up, peeps? I'm back. This is Kimberly Purpoz and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do another relationships video, and I wanted to do one about whether or not you're a side chick. Yes, that's what I want to talk about. How do you know if you're a side chick? First, I want to share my experience that I had years ago. Well, it was about a couple of years ago. I started going out with this older guy, and I thought that I didn't know at the time that he was married, but he was always doing nice things for me, taking me out, checking up on me and everything. And I saw him as a really good friend, and he wanted to take it a little step further, and he wanted me as a girlfriend, but he later on told me, after we started getting a little close, as good friends, I was even considering actually dating him seriously. But he told me that he was married, and he said that he would like for me to be his girlfriend, or what you could say, a mistress. He even offered to pay my rent, pay my bills if I needed it, and if only I'd be there as his girlfriend and do sexual favors for him. But I turned him down on that offer because even though he was well off and has a very successful business and making lucrative money, but I know he had a wife, and me being divorced and having a cheating husband in the past, I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel right about that situation at all, and so I just decided I didn't want to do that. And I noticed that I had some friends who also experienced it, but it was a little different. She did not know that the guy was married and she was sleeping with him, and she didn't realize she was the side chick. At first she thought she was the main chick, but she found out later on that she was the side chick. But there's some things you can notice a little bit in advance and pick up on to know whether or not you're a side chick. One thing is, they don't want you ever to come by their house. Like, that's a big no-no. Like that guy, the older guy was telling me about, he was sweet though. He at least told me the truth. Some guys don't bother to tell the truth. They'll play with your heart and emotions and not tell you that they're married, and then you sleep with them. Or if they even in a committed relationship, they don't necessarily have to be married. They might be in a committed relationship with someone, and they just don't tell you, and they play with your emotions and just want to keep on using you, and you're thinking that you're in a relationship, but in their mind you're just a side chick. So I guess some of these things you can look for. Like, for example, they don't want you to come by their house. That's a warning sign right there. Like with the older man I was telling you about, he never wanted me to come by his house. He always wanted to come over to my place. My friend, same thing. She said that the guy always wanted to come over to her house, and she was never allowed to stop by or go near his house. And in a lot of instances, they don't want you to even know where they live. That is a warning sign. If a guy cannot tell you, if you're in a relationship and you've been with that person for a while, and they will not let you know where they live, but they want to know all the things where you at and know everything about you, but you don't know anything about him, you're more than likely might be a side chick. That means that he probably got a wife or girlfriend at home, and that's why he don't want you coming by. Another thing is, I noticed that some guys who has a woman as a side chick, they always you can never reach them. They always, I know some people are busy, but they really care about you. They will find the time to contact you, but it's like it's never the right time, especially around holidays and stuff. They always out, and you can never, that's a sign, because a lot of times they might be with their wife or their children, and they don't want you to know. So side chick. That's another way to find out. I know there's a lot of guys who are out of town. This is a little trick they do, like, because they don't want you to know where they're living. So a lot of times they'll be from out of town. And like, for example, a guy, you might live in Atlanta. Like, I stay in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. A guy who might have a career where they travel a lot. They might be in another state. Let's say they're in Texas or something, and they fly into Atlanta for trainings or whatever they do. And they are never, the only time you see them is when they're in town. But then they go out of town, and they never want you to know where they at or where they live. And it's, that's how it is. That's more than likely. And then the only time you see them is when they're in town to see you, and when you are not allowed to go out of town to see them. More than likely, they're living a double life, and you're a side chick. That's another sign that you're a side chick. Those are the three biggies. What I found as far as knowing whether or not a guy is married. That's why I say, girls, sisters, young ladies, protect your heart. I always say that in every video. Just protect your heart. Some guys are just not honest about their relationship status. I know it can go both ways. Women does this too, but you see it more in men. You just gotta be careful and just guard your heart. It's good to try to find out more about a person up front and start talking. Like the guy I told you, the older guy, I built a friendship with him. I just kept on talking to him and talking to him and talking, because some guys don't want to talk. They just want to get straight to the action. That's another sign. I mentioned that in another video about, are you a booty call? They want to hurry up and get you in the bedroom. Hurry up and get you in the bedroom. They don't want you to know anything about them. That's very questionable. They just want to hurry up and take you home and take you over to your house sometimes, or to a hotel, and get it on. That's a warning sign that that person is hiding something. And it's like they don't want another thing I found out too is, that I noticed, is that they don't want to carry long conversations. These are the ones that are crooked and sneaky and up to no good. If you can't, they don't want to build a relationship or a friendship with you initially. That's a sign that they trying to get you as a booty call or a side chick. So if you can't, if they don't want to build a friendship, they don't want you to know anything about them, they're coming from out of town, you never can go over and see them when they're out of town. You go over to their house, or if they in town, you're not allowed to go to their house, or they don't want to give you an address. When holidays, you never can reach them. They never tend to be there, or it's like everything has to be on their terms of seeing you. Nothing can be really spare of the moment. Those are all warning signs that you're more than likely a side chick, and they see you as a booty call or a side chick, or both, in other words. So sometimes they see you as both. So just guard your heart. Look out for the warning signs. Try to get to know a person, especially young ladies. If you are trying to build a relationship and you trying to find somebody that you want to spend a serious relationship with, something that can lead to actual marriage, you gotta weed out all these folks, because there are a lot of guys that play games, and some won't be married and in committed relationships and just don't be straightforward. And a lot of times, if you just keep on talking, get to know them, do your homework, research them. There was one guy who told me his name. I did a Google search on him, and I found a wedding picture of him and his wife. I said, okay, see. So try to get to know the person first before you become intimate with them, because you got to guard your heart. A lot of diseases are out there, and and it can be very emotionally straining to go through a relationship feeling that you're being used, and you're wasting your youth with this person. You thinking, before you know it, you thinking you're in a relationship and you with this person for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, and they off living a double standard, a double what do you call it? A double life, not a double standard, but a double life. Well, it is a double standard, but a double life. And here you are thinking you're in a relationship. So just guard your heart. Just guard your heart. Got to guard your heart. Look out. Look at all the warning signs. Keep yourself clear by not trying to sleep with that person immediately. Try to get to know the person. And if they don't want to get to know you, then do you really want to be with a person like that? They don't even want to take the time to get to know you as a person, and they just want to rush into the bedroom. So you got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. You got to love yourself and protect yourself, because you're worth it, and you got to believe that. But I would love to hear y'all comments. That's all I have to say. I could go on and on and on. So leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. Like this video and don't forget to subscribe. And I would love to see what you all think. Till next time, peace. Oh, thumbs up. Bye bye.